Marcel, 2 years as an NHR. His boat is here.
2 years is enough to pay for a boat like that.
Robert and his friends are only half joking because in this new tax haven, they have a standard of living that they could never have had in France.
Will you make me a coffee, but with a little bit of milk, please?
There you go.
A beautiful 3-room apartment with a terrace in addition and a shared swimming pool with all residents of the residence.
We have about 100 square meters. There are 2 suite bedrooms. We also chose this apartment for the view, which is also very pleasant. We paid
A little over 230,000.
230,000 euros. Well, for that price, I think in France, it will be hard to find.
Robert used to work for a big chemical company. His wife, Chantal, was a stay-at-home mom and looked after their 2 children. One of the advantages of their investment in Portugal, having breakfast on the terrace almost every day of the year.
Good. Since a tough day ahead of us. An overheating sun.
But if they left France, it's not just for the climate. The real advantage of Portugal is its very advantageous tax system. Incredible as it may seem, by settling here, the couple that earns a comfortable pension in France no longer pays any taxes. A jackpot that will last 10 years.
France is the champion of taxes, cuts, and duties. She's the champion of Europe. So that's why we left France.
It is a legal measure put in place by Portugal with the agreement of France to bring in foreigners and assist in the economic recovery of the country. Chantal and Robert have in fact obtained NHR status, non-habitual resident. Thanks to this document, the couple is exempt from tax.
It's awesome. It sums up to 0. There you go. 0 income tax for 10 years.
It's great.
When you saw that little 0 there, how did you feel?
You say to yourself, this is the first time I see 0 taxes to pay. In France, it has never happened. It is clear. We are very happy, that's for sure. Anyway, thanks Portugal. French people, come to Portugal.
Robert and Chantal have no remorse because without taxes, of course, they have a tremendous increase in their purchasing power. In Villamoura, the couple spends most of their time playing golf, a hobby that he also practiced in France, but very occasionally.
Hi, Eddie. How are you?
The 2 French pensioners did not have too much trouble acclimatizing.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm okay. And what about you?
Hi, Marcel.
How are you?
Well, what about you?
Yes.
They made many friends, for the most part, exiled who left France for the same reasons. Here, everyone benefits from the same tax advantages in all legality.
That's the good life in Portugal. We're not going to complain.
No, not at all.
We're tired though.
It's a dream life. A dream life.
He did a birdie, so he has to drink.
Yes. I'm entitled to
There
that.
you go.
Today, there should be over 10,000 pensioners settled in Portugal, and the trend doesn't seem to be going to change anytime soon.
How are you, sweetie? So you see, these are the migrants of Portugal.
The migration flow has been reversed. In the past, it was the Portuguese who came to Paris, France. Today, it's the other way around.
Marcel, 2 years as an NHR. His boat is here.
2 years is enough to pay for a boat like that.
Robert and his friends are only half joking because in this new tax haven, they have a standard of living that they could never have had in France. Here, the prices are averagely twice as cheap as in the south of France.
I think that indeed, we would go to the French Riviera like this at the marina. There's no such thing as a beer at 3 euros. You will only have the bottle cap at that price. We don't have a beer. It's impossible in France. We have seen it in the last few years. People go on vacation, but they go to restaurants less. They consume less, and they make grub at home. Meanwhile here, what if we went out for a bite? Hop, we're going to the restaurant. There you go. That's why I put on a bit of weight. To Portugal.
Chantal and Robert don't just enjoy life. Over their 60s, they have found a second life and are taking on new challenges.